In other news out of Cleveland, the New York Times reported Tuesday that Browns quarterback Deshaun Watson booked massage appointments with at least 66 different women over 17 months from fall 2019 through the spring of 2021. That number includes the 24 women who have filed civil lawsuits against Watson, including 2 in the past week. The New York Times also reported that the non-disclosure agreement that Watson gave to some of the women to sign came from the Texans' director of security. The Texans declined to comment on the NDA, but said in a statement that they first found out about the allegations against Watson in March 2021 when the first lawsuit was filed. Though 2 grand juries in Texas declined to pursue criminal charges against Watson earlier this year, the NFL is currently investigating whether he violated its code of conduct and interviewed the quarterback in person last month as part of its investigation. Kimberly, the Browns didn't just trade for Deshaun Watson. They traded away 3 first-round picks plus multiple other picks and gave him $230 million fully guaranteed in a contract. What's the reaction been from the Browns as more and more news, at least to us, comes out about Deshaun Watson?
If you thought that the Browns were going to have a reaction today after this article, you haven't been paying attention. Because they made the decision to trade for Deshaun Watson, give up the assets, give a record $230 million guaranteed to him, despite the 22 different women who had filed lawsuits. And the Times article, as much as we're reacting to it, there's been no statement from the team. They're waiting for the league to act. They feel as though the 2 grand juries declined to indict on criminal charges, and that means all systems go, that he's allowed to play, and he's going to play for us. The Browns want to get as close to football as they possibly can, because when we get to football, that means they hope he can win games and win Super Bowls for them, and that is what this is all about.
It sounds like compartmentalization in some ways. Damien, this article reported by Jenny Vrentas at the New York Times was full of depths of information. Much, I think, if not all, was brand new to many people like myself and yourself. What were you thinking when you read this article? Incredible reporting with all sorts of info that maybe 24, 48 hours ago, I didn't realize was part of this case.
Yeah, Phil, it's, just reading it, man, just all the information really is just stunning to see it all unfold. And I know as a former athlete, and I think Teddy Bruschi can speak on this as well, is that when it comes to our body, we are our own entity. We are our own company. And we have to maximize our ability day after day, week after week, year after year. And you do that by, obviously, massage therapists, people, acupuncture, all types of people that help you make sure you're physically able to go out there and perform at the top of your ability. And most guys, I would say 99% of guys, when they find one person, whether it be massage therapist, whatever it is, they lock down that person, okay? It is not normal to go out there and go out and get 60 plus women for a masseuse. That is not normal behavior. It is predatory behavior, in my opinion, when you go out there and you're trying to, solicit that many people to perform that type of act. And so again, I'm just going to repeat it again. That is not normal behavior by Deshaun Watson.
I played 13 years in the league, and through massage therapists, acupuncturists, and chiropractors, there were 5 people that worked on my body. And that's how it usually is. And that's how a lot of athletes know, just like Damien's talking about how specific we are. If you get something that doesn't work, a bad treatment, then it can affect you going into a game. And that's where you just can't have something like that. It affects your performance. So this is alarming, and this just isn't going away. I mean, I've had conversations with my wife recently now. I've been out of the league a long time, just explaining what's going on with Deshaun Watson. So every time a Cleveland Brown player is asked about Deshaun Watson and he has to either, I don't know, do you voice support and voice about, okay, it's just about who he is when he enters the building, it's hard to do. And especially if you have strong beliefs on this field, you're right. Compartmentalize is the right word, because I mean, he's your quarterback, and he's going to help you win games eventually. And you have to make this work. I understand you have to make this work, but this just isn't going away anytime soon because these lawsuits will continue into the offseason, and it's going to be a long, drawn-out process for the Cleveland Browns organization.
So I thought Woody said something that was really interesting. It's not normal. But the Browns and the other teams that were interested in Deshaun Watson, they raised the question of, but is it criminal? You know, having all these different masseuses, is that a crime? The Browns and other teams who are interested in Deshaun Watson are comfortable living in the gray, comfortable saying, well, we weren't there, but we did our due diligence. And we feel comfortable that Deshaun, what he's saying versus these women, we're okay with what we've uncovered. But here's the thing for the Browns. They have to bank on the fact that nothing else will come out going forward. They are tied to him for 5 years, $230 million guaranteed. They are tied to him, GM Andrew Berry, the Haslams. This is their decision, and they're going to ride with Deshaun because he's such a good football player.
Well, if any more information comes out the Browns were not previously aware of, or if anything yesterday was not something they were aware of as well, then I'm not sure they did enough of their own due diligence.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.